This podcast may contain paid advertisements, but more on that later. Welcome to the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast, your go-to resource for unraveling the intricacies of business and leadership, honing in on the essence of bootstrapping a business from scratch. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur, a dedicated bootstrapper, or a leader navigating life's various challenges, this podcast is crafted just for you. I'm Isaiah O'Connor, your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, and my mission is to guide you towards personal and professional growth. Let's embark on this journey together. Now, with new episodes dropping weekly, I want to welcome you to the Remastered series, your chance to catch up on the journey so far. Here's one from the archives I think you'll enjoy. Today, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. I'm going to tell you a story about Stan Lee. In 1961, when Stan Lee was 38 years old, he had been working in the comic book industry for 22 years. He had started when he was 17, and his uncle had got him the job. It was not a very prestigious job. Matter of fact, he was a bit embarrassed to be working there. It was one of those jobs where if you told people what you did, you were afraid you wouldn't get a girlfriend. That type of job. So, yeah, he did it, but, it wasn't something that to be excited about. Then he also, was struggling a bit because there was the Comics Code. And the Comics Code at the time was very strict. You could never talk about drinking, drugs, any crime whatsoever. Superheroes could fight aliens from space, and that's about it. And say things like plant trees or something. I don't know. It was super, super strict. So they were writing very kind of boring, bland stories. Now, because of this and writing boring, the same story, just slightly different over and over and over again for 22 years, he was done. He was not allowed to do the stories he wanted to do. He would quit and write a novel. His wife told him, write one book the way you want to, one comic book. Get it out of your system. The worst thing that will happen is he'll fire you. But you want to quit anyway. And so he did. He teamed up with Jack Kirby, and he went on to write the Fantastic Four. Not only did it sell well, but it received, in his words, a flurry of fan letters showing its popularity. This gave him the boost he needed to keep going. He decided not to quit and went on to help change both the comic book and movie industries. And now, not only did he change movies and books, he is now super well known. His face, his voice, because of all his cameos, he's immediately and instantly recognizable. So, in the 57 years from that time until his passing on November 12th of 2018, at 95, his whole life had changed. So, when I originally wrote the blog that accompanies this podcast, Stan Lee had just died, and why would I pick this part of his life to remember? Well, it's because it contains a very important lesson, which is this. As long as you're drawing air, it is not too late to find success and happiness in life. Never give up. Even if life has been rough on you, or you're living paycheck to paycheck in a dead-end job, it's not too late to change. All you need to do is decide to start. You just have to start. Often we keep doing the same thing day to day and expect and hope for something different. This, of course, is one definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different. That's insane. How old is too late? Can't really say. Grandma Moses was a painter. She started painting at the age of 78 years old and created over 1,500 works of art before she died at the age of 101. Colonel Sanders, who started KFC, he started that at the young old age of 65 years old. And let's not forget, we cannot ever forget Mr. Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson himself, who was completely unknown until he was 46 years old. And the list goes on and on and on and on. Matter of fact, just Google the phrase famous or successful after 40 for a lot more. Matter of fact, even in the classic business book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he talks about how many people are not successful until they're in their 40s. So there's something to this where, if you're 40, 50, 60 years old, it's not too late for you. If you're young, you're listening to this, you're like, but I'm only 20 years old. Do I have to wait till I'm 40? No. The point is, start. If you start now, take steps, move, get off your butt, do something different. If you're working a dead-end job, start looking at ways to get out of that. Just start. You have to do something. It's not too late to start. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or 88. All you need to do, like I said, is to start. Even if the path is rough, and it likely will, it will be rewarding and definitely well worth it. Thank you, everyone, and take care. I'm Isaiah, your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. If today's episode added value to your day, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment and consider giving us a stellar 5-star rating on your favorite podcast platform. Whether it's Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, or more. And remember, if you leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast, I will personally read it out in the next episode. To support the show, you can make a one-time gift by buying us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/bootstrap, donate through PayPal at paypal.me/IOCPOD, or make a contribution on our Patreon page at patreon.com/IOCPOD. Your support keeps the episodes coming. For even more content and exclusive perks, join our Patreon community at patreon.com/IOCPod. Patrons enjoy ad-free episodes, access to our private Discord server, early content previews, and a lot more. And here's an exciting offer. Get your free trial of our $5 a month Bootstrapper Community Explorer tier. This exclusive tier grants you ad-free content, Discord server access, and early content previews. Join us and be part of the inner circle. If you're feeling more generous, those who join tiers $25 a month and up will have a chance to be a featured guest on this podcast. A massive thank you to Wintergotten for generously providing the incredible intro and outro music at no cost. We appreciate their support. Be sure to check out Wintergotten's amazing work on YouTube at youtube.com/@Wintergotten. Until next time, I'm your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, Isaiah O'Connor, signing off. This is the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast, brought to you by Athos Business Solutions. For our companion podcast, the Athos Business Podcast, hosted by Jason St. Clair, along with past episodes and related blogs, visit our website at athos.com. That's ATHEOZ.com or theoz.com. Goodbye for now.